There is no silver lining when women's rights are on the line. There is no silver lining when healthcare rights are on the line. There is no silver lining when marriage equality is on the line. There's no silver lining when interracial marriage is on the line. There's no silver lining when our privacy is on the line. There's no silver lining when America is turned into a glorified Wild West cowboy state. When any mentally deranged, uneducated yuck can just carry a gun in public without being called a domestic terrorist or a mass shooter, as they should be. No, there are no silver linings, my friends, but if you seek to find one, I ask you to consider this. Within one generation, organized religion in America will gasp its final, wheezing, dying breath. Between the abuse scandals of the Southern Baptist Convention, the list that you can view on my website, between that and the rise of white supremacy and evangelical nationalism within the ranks of the Christian church and the silent complicity of the if there are good Christians who don't say anything and don't attack this from within, you're seeing right now a generation of people, my children's ages, who will not set foot in a church, who will roll their eyes if they have to set foot in a church for a wedding, who may not show up to a funeral because it's held in a church. You certainly won't see this generation walking into a church for some mythical salvation, some fairy tale blessing, and talking to imaginary friends. Now, this generation may sooner walk into a mental institution to get treated for their mental illness rather than letting their mental illness run amok every Sunday morning and Wednesday night. Those churches are closing their doors. They're hemorrhaging members. Those churches are losing members. They're losing me. They're losing people my age who will never bring their children to church, ever. And we'll raise our children to understand fact over faith. We're going to raise our children intelligently and logically. And we're going to raise our children on therapy so they don't have this mentally ill need to believe in something that isn't real. These delusions of grandeur to think that they're special above everybody else. No, this generation, my children's generation, and their children's generation, will see the end of American society taking organized religion seriously. Just like some yuck shows up in public with a gun and we should be shouting domestic terrorist, mass shooter, get down. When someone comes up to you and talks to you about religion, you need to charge them with a crime of spiritual assault.